What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? I know I started the show a little early, a lot early, actually. I think like 12 minutes early. Oh, no, 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 no. Not 12 minutes early, 9 minutes early. Let me go ahead and play the intro and allow for a few of y'all to get in here before we start the show. We got a lot to talk about, and I'm just going to go off the dome. And it's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings, but I don't give a damn. Let's play the intro. Hello, hello, hello. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Did y'all miss The Godfather? Did y'all miss me? I know I was only gone for one day, but did y'all miss me at all? No? Hold on, let me check my audio. Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay. Is the audio good, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? If it gets too crazy, I'm gonna turn it on subscriber only. You know how the vertical lives go. Sometimes they can turn out a little bit, what's up, Karen Grandma? What's up, Beauty for Ashes? Love seeing you. Thank you for being here. What's up, Shannon Hill? Hello, 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 everybody. What's up, what's up, what's up? So, for a while now, there's been a lot of the MAGA Republicans talking about, oh, I regret my vote, or I regret supporting Trump, and I didn't know Trump was going to be like this. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You knew what the fuck you voted for, bitch. You knew what the fuck you voted for. All this, oh my God, I didn't know. That drives me crazy. That drives me crazy. Addicted, it drives me crazy. It's going good so far. I haven't really got, because I just got in yesterday, but we'll talk about it a little bit later. What's up, Bama Girl? What's up, Jazz? What's up, V? But V, that drives me crazy. Oh, I didn't know it was going to be like this. What the fuck did you think it was going to be like? Yo, I'm telling you, what did you think it was going to be like? If anything, you should have known that it was going to be crazier than the first time. The first time it was crazy. The second time, Trump 2.0, of course it was going to be crazier. He ain't got nothing to lose. Now, the whole rumor about him starting to trying to go for a third term or whatever, I don't think that's going to happen. No, I think when they talk about a third Trump term, I think they're talking about his ugly, deformed, incest-looking kids. I think that's who they're talking about. But I don't think him necessarily himself, he's going to, no. Just like Joe Biden had the dementia, Trump got the dementia too. Don't think that he ain't got the dementia as well too. Don't even think about it. But that's what I think they mean by a third term. But anyway, so he has nothing to lose. Literally. Nothing to lose. Thank you. They're asking exactly. Clutching their pearls and everything like that. We knew what it was. We knew. Are you stupid? Like, we knew what was going to happen. Like, did anybody tell y'all, like, something? Like, did you hear something different? Even during the campaign. We haven't even, this is not on the table right now for as far as the mass deportation. But when he said mass deportation, who did you think they were going to deport? Right. They definitely did not read Project 2025. Right. And you know what's so crazy, Ronnie? Because remember, the whole kids in cages thing, that was during Trump's first term, remember, right? And so then when Biden got in, they got rid of that law that separated the kids from their parents. Remember that? But they blamed it on Biden that they separated the children. It's all like, no. That was under Trump that happened. So people tend to forget. Don't ever think that the American public is smarter than what they are. We're smart. You know, my people, we smart. The other ones, no, they're not so smart. But again, my point was, what did you think was going to happen? Did you think that you were safe? Because mind you, we sticking on the Latinos. Hold on, I ain't done with you motherfuckers. Because the protections that y'all had as far as like the parole, like if you were married and your citizenship was still in that limbo stage, those protected, the temporary statuses that allowed the Haitians, Cubans, all of them to stay and stuff like that, they thought Trump was going to keep all that stuff. They thought he was going to keep, no. That was all under Biden. Biden extended that so people could still stay in this country while their statuses were, in that limbo stage. But people are not realizing Trump said he was going to end all that shit. No, all you mofos got to get up out of here. Like, you got to go. They even used the 14th Amendment because don't forget the 14th Amendment was for black people. It was for us. Remember? It was for us, to consider us a citizen. And the Trump administration even used that, was all like, oh, well, this is actually for black people. So that birthright citizenship, no, we want to send the children that were born here, we trying to send them back too. We trying to send them back too. So don't forget that. So again, people knew what they were voting for. They knew what they were getting. Because let's talk about the Iran thing. Iran. Did you not forget that Trump assassinated their general? Yes. He assassinated their general. It was, what year was that? Hold on, let me, because I don't like to, when I'm speaking facts, I want to make sure I'm speaking the facts. Trump, I think his name was like Qasim or something like that. But he was an Iranian general. Qasim Soleimani. Yeah, Qasim Soleimani. They did a drone attack. This was January 3rd, 2020. He already put it out there that he was going to do. Listen. And that was unwarranted too. That whole attack right there. And remember, Congress didn't even know that he was doing that. They were unaware. So it was just like this attack that they recently did. They were unaware. And the thing about Iran is that they, as I understand, and this is me putting it in layman's terms so everybody understands, right? The problem is that they have nuclear capabilities, like as far as research and studying, but they do not have an actual nuclear bomb. Did y'all know that there is only one country that ever has dropped nuclear bombs before? There's only one country that has done that. Let me do a 30-second countdown. Put in the chat what country has used nuclear weapons. Put in the chat right now. Ding, 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 ding. Yes, us, the USA. Yes. No one else had. Now, Russia, China, like people have them, right? And that's why also I don't think there'll ever be a nuclear war. Other countries have them, but the United States is the only one that dropped them, and we dropped it on Japan. We're the only ones that have used it. Other than that, nobody has. What's up, Roxy? I see some of my members in here. Yeah, no one else has. We're the only ones, but we want to babysit and control what other people do. We can't control what other people do. They're going to do what they want to do. And mind you, if we really start a war with Iran, don't forget, it's China, Russia, and I believe Brazil. They have like some. I remember Genesis. Shout out to DJ Genesis. They have some kind of money, like this new form of currency that they have working on. Let me see if I can find the name. Hold on. Iran, Russia, China, Brazil. BRICS. That's what it's called. BRICS. BRICS. That's what it's called, you guys. Yeah, they have that thing. So they have invested interest. So don't forget that if we start with them, it's going to. This is why everybody is saying World War III. This is why everybody is saying that. This is why it's a threat. What's up, VSOP? So again, we can't really tell people what to do and how to control them because also too, this is a little history, you know, the Ayatollah, the person that's in right now controlling Iran, we put that person there. The original administration, we helped overthrow that. We helped overthrow the original Iran. Listen, I think I made a post about this on my community wall, but back in the day before 1979, the Iranian women, they used to wear just a westernized clothing. They could show their arms, their legs. They were beautiful women. I don't want to say were because they are beautiful women, but they like something out of a magazine or something like that. Hold on, let me see if I can show y'all. Iranian women. Hopefully it don't show y'all nothing crazy. Hold on. Let me pull it up here. Share my screen. And make sure you guys hit that like button. Double tap on the screen or hit the like button, you guys. But yeah, this is what they used to look like back in the day. Isn't that crazy? You would never even know the way that everything is now. You would never even know. Oh, hold on. It didn't show. Hold on. Let me do stop screen because I blew it up, but it didn't bring it on the other screen. Hold on. Let me do that one more time. Share screen. Here we go. Right there. Any more pictures? Right there. They went to college. They worked. They had rights. Look at that. That looked like some kind of glamour shot or something like that. Oh, here come the ads. Okay, let me go ahead and take it down. But y'all get my point, right? Just normal. Everything was normal. So yeah, that's what a lot of people don't realize. Like we helped them. Just like when they said, "Oh, am I gonna get?" I think I can say it without my video being flagged. But Osama bin Laden, he was trained how to fight by, same thing that happened in Afghanistan. This is why, like, a lot of people go, like, how come America is always in people business and we always helping everybody? Because we created some of these issues. Hold on. It was really the white folks, but you know how to say it. It was really the white people. We ain't got no. Listen, the black folks, we ain't got no smoke with none of y'all. We ain't got no smoke at all. But it was really the white folks. You know what I mean? But oh, shut up! You know that was funny. Shut your sensitive ass up. You know, we was good, but you know, really the white folks that really started all this. Okay, I see. What's up, Denitria? Okay, some of y'all acting ignorant in the chat. Let me go ahead and do subscriber only, not members only, subscriber only. Hold on. Oh yeah, and if this is your first time here, just know that AT2, when it comes to politics, I talk my shit. And I'm going to continue talking my shit. Don't worry about that. So yeah, the unfortunate part is when the Ayatollah Khomeini took over Iran. Iran became a dictatorship. Yeah, exactly. Why is it not letting? Oh, I forgot the comments are up here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it left them in, a worse. And the women did protest there, but it didn't do anything. They didn't have a power or authority. They're basically left to their own devices. And again, the whole Iran has nuclear weapons. Anybody, and mind you, I was in 6th grade, 6th or 7th grade when 9/11 happened, and then we went to Afghanistan, and then all of a sudden went from Afghanistan, and they were like, oh, hold on, we need to go after Iraq because of the weapons of mass destruction. And it was kind of like, wait a minute, Iraq? And that's when they got Saddam Hussein. Remember that? So this is just a repeat. Because Trump is even saying like he would be okay with regime change. They want to change the overthrow another government. Like now to where the world is, you no longer have to do a regime change. You don't have to do that. Everything can happen diplomatically, through diplomacy. Things can be worked out with a conversation, or if you don't want a conversation, you can hurt them economically. Just like Iran, it has sanctions against them and stuff like that. So, and mind you, since this whole Iran thing happened, I don't want to say Iran thing, the attacks, I've been getting videos of like people showing how Iran actually is. And like they have malls, they have stores, they have schools, they have houses. Like our perception of the Middle East is just desert and dirt. And I'm talking about America. Remember, we in America. And mind you, I know that it's not like that. I know all places have malls, stores, schools, homes. I know this, you guys. But the perception is like these people can't fend for themselves. They're savage. Everybody is savages. If it's not a white nation, they're savages. Because we never get the bad side of Europe or anything like that. But when it comes to the brown and black country, yeah, we get the negative. Just like the travel ban. The travel ban is literally all the colored places. They even got Cambodia on there. Places in the Middle East, all the African countries, they have all of them on there. Like literally. And let's not even get to how the quote unquote white genocide over there in South Africa. Don't forget about that. How he got them white South Africans over here now. Y'all, this shit is crazy. Oh, your ex is from Syria. Yeah, Syria, yeah. So literally, this man showed you and told you everything he was about. I don't know why anybody was confused. And just because he said, oh, we're not doing Project 2025, they believed him. Well, yeah, dumbass. He's not going to call it Project 2025. Like, I never thought he would call it Project 2025. Like, he was going to do his own thing, but it's still Project 2025. And don't forget, all them people, his vice president, what is his name? The couch fucker? what is his name? JD Vance. He, Project 2025, Stephen Miller, all these people that he appointed were a part of Project 2025. So of course it was going to happen. Yes, Agenda 47 was just the Project 2025 for dum-dums. It was literally the same thing. And you guys fell for it. It was literally the same thing. And these people are like, oh, no, he's not going to do that. He's not going to. No, yeah, he was. He was. I don't understand what you guys didn't know or didn't understand. Like, this is Trump with no rules. No rules at all, because nobody won't tell him anything. Nobody won't do anything. You know, they fight the courts, but the thing is that the reason why they fight with the courts is because after, you know, the lower court say, no, he can't do that, he's hoping that it kicks back up to the Supreme Court where they will overrule whatever the lower court said. And then, yeah. What's up, St. James? Shout out to St. James. Just like the whole thing about the going with the mass deportation. I know I'm kind of backtracking now, but the mass deportation. Don't forget, yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, the Supreme Court ruled that, yeah, you could send them back to any country. So these people are not even being deported back to their own country. They can just be deported anywhere. Just like I seen some Chinese people in Venezuela. What was some Chinese people doing in Venezuela? Jackie, what was some Chinese people doing in Venezuela? They don't even know the land. They don't know the language. Like, what? South Sudan, right? Sudan, who's going through a whole war and shit like that. He could send people to Sudan that's fighting a war right now. Like, this is crazy. Like, you can literally just drop people off anywhere. Like, at least, and listen, and if the country don't want them back, at least send them to the neighboring country. like, damn, you just gonna send them anywhere? I'm telling you, there's gonna be some kind of thing later on the line saying like, yeah, America did human trafficking. Like, this is basically what it is, sending people to countries they don't even belong. This is gonna be some kind of human trafficking violation. I think in the next 5 years we'll hear something about that. We are gonna hear like how America trafficked people to different countries and shit like that. I'm telling you. All right, I've been talking long enough. Let's get to the Candace Owens part. Let me and this is from the Neighborhood Talk. And I actually did watch the whole thing, but Piers Morgan, sometimes he'd be striking and stuff, so I'm gonna play it through the Neighborhood Talk. But this is what she said about the whole Trump thing. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Or could you see a way that you would end up perhaps voting for him? Oh, yeah, he can't run again, obviously, but would you support him publicly again?
So I want to be clear. I don't regret voting for Donald Trump above Kamala. I think he was the better candidate, certainly a better candidate above Joe Biden. But what I will say is,
so hold on, let me let it finish.
Is that he's been a chronic disappointment. And I feel embarrassed that I told people to go vote for him because this wasn't going to happen and it is happening. But I just think that the picture of politics in America is going to look very differently because of his actions. So I don't know where we go from here. I really don't. But this is not the candidate that I voted for.
Are you done with Donald Trump, or could you see a way that you would end up perhaps voting for him? Oh, yeah, he can't run again, obviously, but would you support him publicly again?
So I want to be clear. I don't regret voting for Donald Trump above Kamala. I think he was the better candidate, certainly a better candidate above Joe Biden. But what I will say is that he's been a chronic disappointment. And I feel embarrassed that I told people to go vote for him because this wasn't going to happen and it is happening. But I just think that the picture of politics in America is going to look very differently because of his actions. So I don't know where we go from here. I really don't.
Let me tell you something. Okay, I can remove her. I don't feel bad for her. Candace Owens is a grifter. She'll do anything for money. But this is what I want to say. I remember during the election, I don't know if anybody else remember this, right? Because usually whenever there's some kind of somebody, a prime minister, some representative from a country come over, they have to meet with the potential president, right? So at the time it was Kamala and Trump. So Kamala met Netanyahu, who, by the way, that's not even his real name. He changed his name to make it sound more Jewish, but I digress. But I remember Kamala had met him, right? She did a press conference. She wasn't smiling. She wasn't happy. She literally was talking about, I told him that we need a ceasefire in Gaza, even though some people say, oh, no, she didn't want a ceasefire. She said that she told him that we need a ceasefire. When Netanyahu had his meeting with Trump, mind you, Netanyahu went to Mar-a-Lago and met with Trump, and they were all smiling, chummy, and they were really chummy, they were really like happy and shit like that, right? I was all like, oh, they want Trump to win. They want him to win, because if you thought Biden was going to do everything that Netanyahu wanted, oh yeah, Trump is going to be 10 times that. What's up, son? How you doing? Excuse me, because don't forget, it was like, I want to say over 100 million from this one lady. I forgot what her name is. Hold on. I think her name is Michelle. She's not with AIPAC, but it was some lady. Miriam Elderson. How much was it? Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all how much it was. Yeah, it was 100 million. Miriam Elderson. Yeah, over 100 million from her. No, not Uncle Shay Shay Michelle. That's my Michelle. No, not that one. Over 100 million. He's indebted to Israel. Let's just put that out there. He's indebted to them forever. Forever. They even have like posters and stuff like that saying, thank you, Trump. Listen, whatever Israel wants to do, and mind you, we're talking about the government. We are not talking about the people who believe in Judaism. We're not, don't try to flag me for hate speech or none of that. We talking about the government. So with that 100 million, yeah, he's bought and paid for. He's bought and paid for. And thank you, Addicted. I appreciate you saying that. I really do. Why would he be to Iran? He's not. He's to Israel. It's crazy. Crazy. But yeah, so going back to Candace. So Candace says all this, oh, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I thought he was going to be this and that and that and that. No. Here's what it really is. The Democrats are not in power. And is there stuff that we can beat up on the Democrats for? Yes, especially how over 100 of them didn't vote to impeach Trump again. Yeah, we could definitely talk about that. But even with that being said, they're not in power. They're not in power. They're not the ones trying to do this whole big, beautiful bill. Mind you, we ain't heard nothing about that big, beautiful bill, right? That don't went down the drain, right? Gas prices, grocery prices, the economy, the stock market, these wars, they're not by Democrats. They're by Trump and the Republicans. So beating up on the Democrats, I mean, it can only get you so far. But the person that's affecting you right now is Trump. So why am I going to talk about the Democrats if it's really Trump? Just like I said, it doesn't make any sense to beat up on the Democrats because they're not in power. Now, I definitely do think, and mark my words, this is going to happen. So if the Democrats do end up taking back the House in 2026, you'll see them shift back into criticizing the Democrats. But as far as right now, they're not in power. The person who's in power and the person making the decisions, and mind you, when it comes to being critical of Israel, I don't want to say hating Israel, criticizing Israel, that is popular. Candace Owens is going to go with what is popular. I don't think she had a change of heart. I think she would go anywhere the wind blows. Because don't forget, before she was MAGA in 2016, she was a Democrat and she was supporting Barack Obama. You know how she talks about black people always complain about racism and stuff like that? Don't forget she used the NAACP to sue her college for discrimination back when she was in college. So all these things that Candace Owens like to say that she don't know anything about, and black people, you know, the whole need to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and it's not all racism and stuff like that, that was once her. Whatever will get her the biggest dollars, that's what she's going to go with. Mind you, Candace is not even monetized on her channel anymore. But you know anything, she's going to get sponsorships. She's going to get her money any way she sees fits. I ain't mad at it. Drift on. You know, all the grifters and stuff, grift on. Make your money. Oh, watch they quote that, because you know when I said lie and get the bag, they quoted that. But grift and get your money. I ain't mad at it. But to go to those people and think they're a legit source of information, they're just regurgitating things that they've heard. Because don't forget, Candace Owens also supports pedophiles. And I'm saying the word, screw all that, oh, PDF. No, Candace Owens supports pedophiles. Who was she defending on her channel a couple of months ago? Andrew Tate, who's literally on camera with a 15-year-old. She was defending Andrew Tate. Yeah. And who did she do a video with right now? She literally, and I just checked her channel, she has a video uploaded with Russell. Why did I want to say Russell Simmons? That's another person. But Russell Brand, the guy in London, from London, Russell Brand, who's been indicted by London or in the UK for being a PDF. Yeah, that's who she has on her channel right now. And of course, she defends Harvey Weinstein. So this is not a good person that happened to know. These are the people that she promotes on her channel. These are the people that she likes and who she rocks with. Yes, the Romeo Pit. Yes. That's who. So this is that quote unquote good person y'all all like to talk about. She's not at all. She's trash. This is all their fault because they don't know what they're doing and following Donnie blindly. Exactly. And I love that clip, and I can't find it for some reason, but I remember seeing this clip when somebody asked him, like, your voters say they didn't vote for this. And he goes like, no, yes, they did. Let me see if I can find that shit. Hold on. Trump says Let me see. No, I can't find. Yeah, I have to remember what interview that was because when I typed it in, it didn't come up. But yeah, he literally said they're all like, "Your voters said they didn't vote for this." And he go like, "No, yes they did, yes they did." Like they literally did. He didn't trick no. Like I don't feel like he tricked nobody. Let's do a poll real quick. What's up, Pure T? Let's do a poll. Hold on. Did Trump trick his voters? Yes or no? 30 seconds. Did Trump trick his voters? Yes or no? Okay. We got a difference of opinion on this. Okay, y'all said no. No, y'all say yes. Y'all saying yes, he did trick his voters. Okay. See, do the right thing. See, no, he told them exactly what he was going to do. Blue said no, he didn't trick them because he already said what it was. They got Red Hulk Trump. Yes. No, he told them it would be without Vaseline. They just thought it was, yeah. And just like for example, the tariff thing. Tariffs is literally a tax to the consumer. No company is going to eat the tariff. That's a whole lie. And mind you, that's been put on, put off, and then it's like tariffs on certain things and all that shit is crazy. Nobody knows what the hell is going on. Oh, before I even got to it, bad press, you got to it before me. That's what she need to do. Candace has never apologized to the black people. Mind you, it was her Jewish boss that fired her. Remember, she was with the Daily Wire, the original Candace Owens show. She never apologized to the black community. She was so shocked that she wasn't able to speak her mind on Israel. Yeah, dummy, because you were just used to talk shit about the black people. What's up, Miss Barbara? Did you vote for your new mayor, Miss Barbara? Is it Mondini? Is that how you say his last name? Mondini? Zohan Mondini? What's up, Sugar Walls? He didn't trick them. Yeah, he didn't trick them. They chose not to. He didn't run on anti-DEI. No, he did run. He did run on anti-DEI. He ran on that. Yeah, he was against DEI for the longest time. DEI, the trans, the immigrants, like he ran on all this stuff. I don't think, shit. Maybe we was watching a different news. I don't know. And again, here's the thing, because there is a disconnect. There's a disconnect with people who keep up with politics, and then there's a disconnect with people who work every day. If you work every day trying to put money on the table, trying to feed your kids and stuff like that, you're not worried about politics at all, right? You might hear a few different sound bites and stuff like that, but you're not really paying attention. So I get that and I understand it. But also, with that being said, Trump in 2020 and before, like he already been president. Like we've already been through this. This wasn't like a new thing. Like he wasn't like a new person. Like, no, he was the same person. Mind you, he knew how serious COVID was, but then he played it off like it wasn't serious. Who has more deportations, Trump or Obama? Obama. But let me tell you this. So with Obama, the difference between Trump and Obama, because a lot of people like to throw that like, oh, well, Obama was the deporter in chief, right? Okay, I'm cool with that, right? But let's not forget that Obama went through the courts. And this is the problem with the mass deportation thing. Trump is not doing due process. They do your ass out of here. Let me repeat that one more time. Trump is not doing due process. He's doing do your ass out of here. That is the difference between Trump and Obama. That's the difference. And Obama had DACA, which put protections into for the dreamers, like people who were brought to this country, as children. What Donald Trump is doing is literally just snatching people up. And mind you, I didn't realize when they be snatching people up, they got masks and stuff on. So how do you know they're getting snatched up by ICE? Like, do ICE have to show you a badge? Because they're literally just grabbing people and throwing them in a van. I'm telling y'all, in the next 5 years, we're going to have some kind of trafficking charges or something like that against the United States. I'm telling you. The fact that they can deport people to any country, it doesn't have to be their own. What Ms. Barbara said, that's why President Trump parade was empty. The American citizens was lied to. No, he didn't lie to you, Ms. Barbara. He didn't lie. He told you, Ms. Barbara, the American citizens was lied to. No one wanted slave catching the war. But yes, certain voters do feel like they were lied to, Ms. Barbara. And Ms. Barbara know it's all love. They picked up a guy while he was in church. Yeah, they don't care. Right. Right. Yeah, those agents, quote unquote. Yeah, they're not showing them. They're literally like tackling them and putting them in the vans. That shit is wild. Can you give you my prediction? The clown is dying and he's a narcissist ass mad. So he's willing to sacrifice us to get all the money for his family. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, because don't forget all the businesses is in his children's name. So he's still making money off the presidency. That whole, oh, well, Donald Trump is donating his check. No, he's still making money. You are out your mind if you think he's not making money. You are out your mind. He's making money, y'all. How they threatened to deport a Purple Heart vet. Exactly. And Smooth was the one who sent me that article too. Shout out to you. Right. V, it does sound like traffic. That's what I'm saying. In 5 years, it's going to be some kind of UN nation something where they say, yeah, the U.S. is responsible for human trafficking. Like, it's going to happen. Grabbed a woman walking down the street with her 11-year-old. Yeah. That's what, listen, they don't give a damn. They don't care. And don't none of the Negroes get that Trump phone. Right, you know they're going to get that Trump phone. But the thing is, it's funny because as I understand, the Obama phone, Obama did that because people couldn't afford phones. So, hey, I'm going to allow people to have a phone that the government has, right? The government supplies to you, right? But you have Trump. He's literally selling the phone for profit. It's supposed to be like an iPhone thing. That's not no government thing. Like, that's to line his pockets. Just like this whole Bitcoin cryptocurrency shit. He's aligning his pockets literally in office. And no one is doing anything about that. Oh, and while we on it, also the Congress people who are buying stocks and selling stocks on weaponry and all that stuff, they need to be in jail or either kicked out of Congress, or actually both. Because that's not manipulating the market. What is it when you cheat in stocks and shit like that, y'all? I forgot the actual terminology. Not trading fraud. It's a word for it. Oh, you know I didn't finish college, y'all. What is that word called? Kind of like when Trump was telling people to buy stocks like insider trading. Ding, 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 ding. Thank you. Insider trading. Yeah. Go to jail. Right, off the stoop. Exactly. Go to jail. Go to jail. All them Congress people need to go to jail. And so does Trump, because don't forget, Trump told the people, oh, it's a great time to buy stocks. When the market had crashed, it's a great time to buy stocks. Yeah, fool, you the one who crashed it. Of course you know it's the best time to buy the motherfucking stocks. Crazy. Go to jail. Go to jail. Just like during the pandemic, when all those senators and stuff like that knew that the pandemic was going to happen, so they started selling and trading and buying stocks, they need to be in jail too. A couple of them died, so it was too late. Because Dianne Feinstein, she was my senator. So yeah, that one need to, yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go with that. Somebody made a good comment and I missed it. Dang, I missed it. Okay, anyway, y'all. So yeah, so again, with the whole thing with the Trump voters and stuff like that, regretting their vote and all this other shit. I mean, the man told you what he was going to do. If you decided not to pay attention or not to acknowledge the stuff that he was saying, hey, that's on you. The only part that sucks is that we all have to suffer. Originally, when it was just y'all, it was good. But now that it's all of us, yeah. And again, don't let those people gaslight you like, oh, Kamala would have did the same thing. She would have did this and would have did that. Don't let them gaslight you. They always do that. They always do that. They always will gaslight you because they want to turn it back on you to make it seem like, oh, well, why are you mad at us? Anybody would have did that. Okay, well, if anybody would have did it, you would just, you know what I mean? If anybody would have just done the same thing, you wouldn't vote. You voted for Trump because you thought he would not do the same thing, right? So that whole argument, oh, they would all just did the same thing. Oh, thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate that. I just used my skincare stuff earlier. I have to do it again because I worked out today. Y'all, it was kind of creepy because the gym at the hotel, it was like hella cold and it was kind of dark and I was the only one in there. And it's not like see-through like glass, like the door actually closes. So yeah, it was like a little creepy, but it is what it is though. Yeah, that's historically false. What's false, Chris? What's false? Wait, Ronnie, what? What the? Hold the camera. Stop the camera right now. Is that what Ali? See, y'all need to stop listening to them conspiracy theorists. Those people who knew all this stuff about celebrities but ain't testified at the trial. Because I definitely didn't see no Ali Carter take the stand. Yes. Yes. Give me my politics boring. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, well, with Trump, it's fun because he does this and that and every day. No. Give me the boring politics where I don't have to wake up to some shit every day. Give me that. Give me the boring shit. I'll take the boring shit any day over this shit. You know? Oh, and actually, I gotta add that into, because there's some content that I'm doing, so I have to add that in there. I gotta add that line. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. I got some plans later on today. I need to take a shower. Actually, I'm gonna go downstairs, work out a little bit more, take a shower, and then get ready for the rest of the day. And then I'll be back tonight, y'all. Don't even trip. I'll be back tonight. I love talking to y'all. I love having a conversation with y'all. And I always love doing the political stuff because I feel like I'm actually doing something and getting something out of it rather than talking about the bullshit. And I know we got to talk about Diddy, but it just be. And his charges didn't get dropped, by the way. The state charges got dropped. It's the ones that like the RICO ones, that's still going on. Like he's still looking at jail time, y'all. He's still looking at jail time. So it is what it is. All right, y'all. We gonna get the hell up out of here. I love y'all. Deuces, everybody. We out. And hit that like button.